Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss are fundamental duties justifiable? In my previous video, namely are fundamental duties enforceable, I have explained that fundamental duties are not enforceable directly, but there is no provision that raises question on its justifiability. Now you might be thinking the three letters how. So in this video, I will justify the justifiability of fundamental duties. However, before starting the topic in reference to fundamental duties, I would like to quote one of the statements of Gandhi Ji. Gandhi Ji says, "The source of right is duty. If we all discharge our duties, rights will not be far to seek. If leaving duties unperformed, we run after rights. They will escape us like will-o'-the-wisp. The more we pursue them, the further they will fly." Further he says, "I learned from my illiterate but wise mother that all rights to be deserved and preserved come from duty well done. Thus, the very right to live accrues to us only when we do the duty of citizenship of the world." From this one fundamental statement, perhaps it is easy enough to define duties of man and woman and correlate every right to some corresponding duty to be first performed. Every other right can be shown to be an usurpation, hardly worth fighting for. So, in gist, as Gandhi Ji says, before claiming our right, we should do our duty. And on the other hand, if we do our duty, we don't need to claim for our rights. Rights cannot be imagined until we perform the corresponding duties. Now, come to our question, that is, how are fundamental duties justifiable? This is true that fundamental duties are not enforceable by the law, but there are corresponding acts passed by the Parliament and case laws, that is, judgments of the Supreme Court of India, through which fundamental duties can be justified. Now, let's check out how fundamental duties are justifiable. On the following slides, I'm going to discuss all those acts and the case laws that justify the fundamental duties. So I will just enumerate the name of the acts and the case laws. First, fundamental duties. That is, to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. In reference to first duty, the Emblem and Names Prevention of Improper Use Act 1950. Second, the Prevention of Insults to National Honor Act 1971. These two acts are enacted to prevent improper use and disrespect of the national flag and the national anthem. Next, Fundamental Duties 3. That is, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. In reference to third duty, the laws are imputations and assertions prejudicial to national integration constitute a punishable offense under Section 153B of Indian Penal Code. Besides, there are many other sections in IPC that discourage the enmity between different groups of people. Preamble of the Constitution. Next, Fundamental Duties 4. That is, to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women, In reference to fourth duty, Section 295, 296, 297 and 298 of Indian Penal Code strictly prohibit religious offences. Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955. Articles 15, 16 and 17 under the section of Fundamental Rights of the Indian Constitution strictly prohibit discrimination and encourage equality. Article 25, 26, 27 and 28 under the section of Fundamental Rights of the Indian Constitution give religious freedom to every citizen. And Preamble of the Indian Constitution. Next, Fundamental Duties 6. To value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. In reference to sixth duty, the following laws and acts are applicable. Article 49 of the Indian Constitution, the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act 1958. Maharashtra Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Site and Remains Act 1960. Maharashtra Regional Town Planning Act 1966. And United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO, Convention concerning the protection of world cultural and natural heritage. Hereinafter, it is known as WH Convention. Next, check out some case laws in reference to this. MC Mehta versus Union of India, Taj Trapezium case. MC Mehta versus Union of India, Taj Corridor Scheme case. Vishwanath Pratap Singh versus Union of India, DDA Officers Club within 100 meters of Sri Fort Wall. And Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage and others versus State of Maharashtra. Next, Fundamental Duties 7. That is to protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. In reference to seventh duty, Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, Article 48A of the Indian Constitution, Environment Protection Act 1986, Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Forest Conservation Act 1980, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Cess Act 1977. Now, check out some case law. Buffalo Traders Welfare Association versus Menaka Gandhi 1994. MC Mehta versus Union of India 1994. Next, Fundamental Duties 9. That is, to safeguard public property and to absorb violence. In reference to ninth duty, there are certain sections described in Chapter 8 and Chapter 14 of Indian Penal Code. So, this is all about the justifiability of fundamental duties.